Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here, and I truly hope you're doing well. Whether you're new or a returning listener, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. We are about to dive into an incredibly powerful reading. So, let's take a deep breath together. Allow the energy to guide us. Aquarius, I feel an intriguing sense of stillness in your energy, almost like you're at a crossroads, taking a pause to reflect deeply on the connection you have with someone. The Hanging Man has emerged in your energy card that speaks to surrendering and allowing the universe to reveal its truths. You're in a moment of introspection, perhaps letting go of any attachments and trusting the flow of what will come. It's like you're in your own peaceful bubble, nurturing your heart and mind while the world spins around you. And honestly, that's exactly where you need to be right now. Here in the center of your journey, we have the Palace of Cups, which is a beautiful emotional card, by the way. It's an extra card in this deck, a special gift from the Tarot of Dreams, and it speaks of your heart's desires. It's as though you're working to create something magnificent, something deeply fulfilling in your life. Like building your own little sanctuary of love and peace. I feel like you're crafting your ideal world right now. Aquarius, something meaningful, something that aligns with the true essence of who you are. There's a feeling of construction, of creation, whether it's a literal home or a metaphorical one. You're laying the foundation for something extraordinary. The Three of Coins appears, reinforcing the idea of teamwork, collaboration, and building something strong. You're working hard toward a vision, Aquarius, putting in the effort to manifest the life you've always dreamed of. You're not just dreaming about it, you're actively working to make it a reality. Now let's take a look at the energy of the person you're connecting with. The Page of Wands tells us this person is intrigued, inspired, and excited by you. You've definitely sparked something in them. Their energy is youthful, curious, and full of potential. They may still be figuring themselves out, still exploring the depths of their feelings, but there's no denying the pull they feel toward you. Yet there's also something about them that seems hesitant or uncertain. The Page of Swords shows up, and with it we sense their curiosity and mental energy at work. They are observing you, watching carefully, trying to understand you, and the dynamics between you. This is someone who wants to know more, but isn't quite ready to fully express themselves. They may be holding back their emotions, unsure of how to communicate their true feelings. The Death card follows, and it brings transformation, change, and perhaps an ending or a rebirth. This person might be undergoing a significant transition in their life right now, which is why they seem distant or unavailable at times. It's as if they're going through something personal that requires deep introspection or emotional growth. Don't be surprised if they seem distant or overwhelmed with their own inner work. The energy between you two is represented by the Knight of Coins, a card that speaks of steady progress and stability. There is a connection here, Aquarius, one that is grounded in practicality and trust. It's not an overly passionate energy, but there is a solid foundation, something real between you. There might be some responsibilities or practical matters tying you together, and you both seem to be taking a slow and steady approach to this relationship. However, with the Devil in reverse, I sense that you're releasing attachments. If you felt tied down by this person or the situation, you're starting to break free. This is a powerful moment of liberation for you, Aquarius. You're shedding old patterns, old energies that no longer serve you. There's a sense of empowerment as you reclaim your independence, as you stop allowing this situation to define you. And yet, even as you stand in your power, I feel that part of you is still very much connected to this person. The Nine of Wands clarifies that they need space right now, and it's important for you to honor that. They're going through something tough, and their energy feels exhausted. With the Six of Swords, we see them navigating a difficult emotional journey, but they are slowly moving towards calmer waters. They need time and space to work through their challenges. So Aquarius, what's coming for you? The key appears, signaling an unlocking of new possibilities. I feel like you're having a realization, a breakthrough that opens the door to the next phase of your life. This is a powerful omen for growth. Aquarius man's a sign that you're about to step into something new, something that will align perfectly with your highest good. The house also follows, further solidifying the idea of building something stable and lasting in your life. Some of you may be moving into a new home or embarking on a new chapter in your personal life. It's all about creating a solid foundation for yourself. But your person, there's a sense of mystery here. The Masks card appears, showing that they might be hiding their true feelings or wearing different faces. There's something about their energy that feels inconsistent, almost as if they are not showing you their full self. They could be putting on a facade or simply unsure of who they are right now. This is where your intuition needs to step in. Aquarius, pay attention to what feels true versus what feels like a mask. And if you felt deceived in the past, the Lies card appears, which tells us there's something to be released. This person may have lied or been dishonest with you, and now is the time to let go of those past hurts. It's time to stop carrying the weight of their actions and just allow it to fall away. You don't need to hold on to their mistakes any longer. Let the truth come to light and release the energy that no longer serves you. As you stand in your own power, the rabbit and the mouse show up, symbolizing nervous energy. There's a lot of anxiety or hesitation around this situation. Aquarius, despite the progress you're making, there's still some nervousness, some uncertainty that might be lingering in the back of your mind. But remember, Aquarius Mast, you are moving forward and the energy will shift. You're creating your own path, and it's up to you whether you allow nervousness to hold you back or let it propel you forward. Finally, we end with the Firefly, an air card that lights your way. This is your moment to shine, Aquarius. The energy is alive and things are about to get clearer. You have the power to navigate this journey with grace and wisdom. And as you step into your own truth, the path ahead will unfold beautifully. Trust in yourself and the divine timing of it all. Aquarius, you are a beacon of light right now. Let this energy guide you forward, and don't be afraid to shine your brightest. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Embrace the peace, the growth, and the independence that is coming your way. Your future is looking brighter than ever. All right, let's take a deep breath and dive into what's unfolding here. Aquarius, you've been feeling a stir deep within, haven't you? There's something that's got you feeling a little vulnerable, like you're not sure where this connection is headed or how you should navigate it. Perhaps this person still holds the key to your heart, and there's that lingering sense of uncertainty. The Six of Wands comes through, telling us that you may have some hesitations about being seen. There's this fear of putting yourself out there, maybe even in public. Perhaps you're a little nervous about dating again. It's like you're standing at the edge, wondering whether you should take the leap. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, a beautiful card signaling that you're in a space of reflection. You're thinking about whether to stay single for a while longer, or whether to finally embrace independence fully. It's a delicate balance right now. Aquarius, you're not vocalizing these concerns to others, but internally there's some anxiety brewing. You're caught between finding your own strength and letting go of fears. But even amidst the turmoil, there's a sense of self-reflection and growth. You're still unsure, but you're working through it step by step. As for them, we have the Whale. This card carries great depth. For some of you, this person might initially have seemed shallow, like they were just skimming the surface. But there's more to them, Aquarius. Perhaps you've already caught glimpses of their true nature beneath the surface. And what you've seen is a soul with much deeper layers than they might have shown you. With the Death card in the mix, there's a transformation happening within them. They could be lying to themselves about who they are, still trying to figure it out. But Aquarius, you see right through it. You sense the potential, but you also sense their hesitation. Your intuition is your guide here, Aquarius. The Intuition card appears, reminding you to trust that inner voice of yours. It's been whispering to you, gently guiding you toward the answers you've been seeking. You can feel it in your bones that something is shifting and you're on the right path. Now let's talk about your journey. You've taken some distance with the Eight of Cups. There's a sense of relief in this distance, Aquarius. You're breathing easier now, free from the immediate pressure of the situation. This space is exactly what you needed to recalibrate, to reconnect with your inner strength. The King of Wands brings the fire of action and determination. You're tapping into that masculine energy, asserting your independence, standing your ground, and deciding to pursue what truly excites you. No more holding back. You're in a position to rise, to shine, to claim what is yours. And as you continue your journey, the Ten of Cups shows up. This is a beautiful card, and it's not just about romantic connections. It's about emotional fulfillment, happiness, and creating your own heaven on earth. You are determined to find joy, peace, and harmony in your life, and you are willing to protect your emotions while you do so. Some of you might be waiting for this person to go through a change, to undergo a transformation, but others of you are deciding to focus on your own happiness first and foremost. And when the time is right, you'll either reconnect or find someone new. Either way, you are on your own path to joy and fulfillment. Aquarius, you've always valued your freedom, and in your heart, you know that this is your time to reclaim it. The Five of Wands shows that this person might be struggling with how to live up to your standards. They could be feeling a sense of shame or inadequacy. Inadequacy indul keet to key. There's a lot of conflict happening within them right now. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is nurturing, grounded, and fully in touch with their power. But they might feel stuck in their own journey. The Hangman appears, showing that they're in a state of suspension, unable to move forward. Perhaps they are realizing how far they've fallen short in this connection. But as for you, Aquarius, you're standing strong in your power. Temperance is here, reminding you that patience is your ally. You're navigating this connection with grace, blending your emotions and intellect in perfect harmony. You still care about this person, no doubt, but you're choosing yourself right now. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands are both present, showing that you've found your emotional balance. You can care deeply, but you're also learning to protect your energy. At the same time, you're holding space for this person to grow. You understand the concept of transformation. Aquarius, you have that vision for the future, for the better version of both yourself and others. So perhaps you're waiting to see if this person can rise to the occasion. The Two of Cups speaks of the potential for unity, but you're not rushing, you're not clinging to it. You're allowing life to unfold naturally. And here comes the Wisdom card, which speaks volumes. You've gained so much wisdom through your experiences. You've seen your struggles as opportunities for growth, and this has illuminated your path. Balance appears, confirming what we've already discussed. You are mastering the art of balancing your energies, your feminine intuition, and your masculine drive. This balance is what will carry you forward. Aquarius, you're standing firm in your strength and wisdom. Now, how does this person feel about you? The Ten of Cups makes its third appearance. They see you as their potential source of happiness, but they are still figuring out how to get there. The King of Swords tells us that they are trying to control their emotions, perhaps overthinking everything. But beneath that analytical exterior, the Ace of Wands burns brightly. The fire for you is still there. There's a spark, a desire to reach out and rekindle something, but they are trying to temper it. There's still temptation in the air. Aquarius, the devil shows up, and it feels like you're still a great temptation to this person. Perhaps they feel drawn to you in ways that they cannot fully understand. They want to reach out, but they're not sure how. Your intentions, the devil again. It's like you're saying, let sleeping dogs lie. You're letting this situation unfold at its own pace. You're not rushing in to make a decision. The Knight of Swords shows that there's a part of you that wants to act quickly, perhaps to communicate, to wrap up the loose ends. But the Three of Wands speaks of waiting. You're in a position of waiting and seeing how things will play out, and that's okay. You don't need to rush. Finally, the Strength card appears. It's reminding you of your power and patience. You're holding back, not because you're weak, but because you understand that timing is everything. And Aquarius, you are in control of your own story. Keep trusting yourself. The storm will pass, and when the time is right, you'll know exactly what to do. All right, Aquarius, let's delve deeper into what this person's intentions truly are. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is an interesting card to show up. It signals that this person wants to stay in your life, but they're not rushing. They're taking things slow, trying to build something steady and grounded with you. They may not know exactly where to start, but there's an undeniable desire to be around you, to stick by your side. I sense a bit of admiration here as well. You're grounded, you're solid, and they're learning from you how to create stability in their own life. With the King of Cups here, their emotions are quite heavy. This person seems to be full of feeling right now, but they may not know how to channel those emotions in a balanced, stable way. They might love you deeply, Aquarius, but their emotional maturity seems to be something they're still working on. They may look to you as a role model, hoping that one day they can have the same kind of emotional depth and balance that you carry with such grace. Let's take a look at their fears and blocks in this connection. The Palace of Wands shows up, and it's clear this person is often caught up in what excites them in the moment, indulging in fantasies and momentary pleasures. There's a lot of fire in them, but it's not always focused in the right direction. Some of you might even sense a bit of a sexual addiction or an inability to mature in terms of emotional control. They need to grow up a bit. Find that balance between being childlike and childish. There's a sense of immaturity in their energy, and they need to step into a more grounded, real sense of self. So, what do you both think of each other? The Seven of Pentacles indicates patience on both sides. You both know that this connection needs time to grow, time to evolve, and right now, you're just observing.
It's like a pause. He, 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 he.
Let's wait and see how things play out. When it comes to how you both feel, it's a mix of excitement and passion. The Knight of Wands and Ace of Wands both show that there's still a lot of attraction and fire between you two. It's undeniable. There's a pull, and it seems hard to resist each other. Whether it's physical, emotional, or both, there's an undeniable chemistry that continues to bring you together. And then we have the King of Cups. Once again, this is mutual, Aquarius. There's a lot of emotional depth here, and either you both love each other, or the potential for love is certainly there, but it's complicated, isn't it? Sometimes, even though the love is present, it doesn't always feel like it's enough, or that it's being expressed in a healthy way. The Queen of Cups appears again, reinforcing the emotional depth. You care about this person, Aquarius, but there's a part of you that's also protecting your heart. You're discerning, carefully choosing where to invest your emotions. So what can you expect from them in the coming weeks? The Two of Wands signals that they may be making a decision about which direction to go. This could be a pivotal moment for them, one that could set them on a new path toward emotional maturity and self-realization. It's a time for growth, and it could shake things up for them. Now let's turn to advice for you. The Serpent Knowledge Healing card comes forward, reminding you that you need to protect your boundaries. Right now, it's time for you to focus on your own healing, to regenerate and create a new emotional world for yourself. Don't let this person come in and pollute that space you're creating. It's important for you to keep your peace and not let anyone disturb your emotional growth. What might they say to you? There's a lot of mixed energy coming through here. We have maybe, they're uncertain, giving off mixed signals. They're unsure of where you stand or what you truly want. They're also dealing with a lot of insecurity, which comes through with "will you choose me, and do you even see me that way?" They're struggling to gauge how you feel about them, unsure if you're as invested as they are. They've probably been hurt, and perhaps that's why "you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess" comes through. Yet there's something profound here. "My life started when I met you" speaks volumes. You've been a catalyst for change in their life, Aquarius. You've opened their eyes to something bigger, something more meaningful, and still they're dealing with mixed feelings. You're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. They're learning from you, Aquarius. You've brought a new way of thinking into their world, might something they're both drawn to and overwhelmed by. I've never felt a love like this before. Shows just how much you've impacted them. This is more than just attraction. It's a deep emotional stir that they can't ignore. As if that wasn't enough, they also feel your energy even when you're apart. I keep seeing signs of you everywhere I go, and I send you telepathic messages. It's clear that they're thinking about you often, and perhaps you're sending them your own messages too. This connection is anything but ordinary. Aquarius, this situation is complex, filled with emotion and potential, but also requiring patience and careful navigation. You're on a path of self-discovery and emotional growth, and as you continue, you'll learn just how much power you truly hold over your own destiny. Keep following your intuition, protect your energy, and trust that the answers will unfold in time. Aquarius, let's take a closer look at what's unfolding between you and this person. I sense that there's something transformative happening with the Death card appearing. For some of you, this may represent the end of a phase, a deep shift in the dynamics of this connection. They could be undergoing a big change, perhaps stepping into a more mature version of themselves. Or it might be the natural course of events bringing an end to a particular chapter. Whatever it is, it feels like a significant transition for them. In the connection between you two, we have the Knight of Coins. This tells me that while things may feel slow, the foundation you've built together is solid. You both seem to have a connection that is somewhat established, and it looks like you're both still involved in each other's lives in some meaningful way. There's a practical energy here. Perhaps you help each other out in some ways, supporting one another, even if it's not always in obvious or romantic forms. This connection seems grounded, but it's also marked by the Devil in reverse, indicating that many of you are in the process of releasing old patterns or attachments that no longer serve you. You're beginning to set boundaries and protect your space. It's like you're finding your peace, and you're not letting anyone or anything disturb that anymore. With the King of Swords, you're stepping into your power. You're now choosing clarity, truth, and rationality, creating a space for yourself where you can thrive free from emotional confusion or entanglement. It's as though you're retreating into your own bubble, focusing on your personal growth and not letting anything pull you out of it. The Nine of Wands clarifies that this person is still working through something difficult. They need their space to heal and process what they're going through. But with the Six of Swords, it feels like they're coming through this struggle. They're moving toward calmer waters, and perhaps in time they'll be ready to move forward in a healthier way. For you, Aquarius, things are looking much brighter. The key card shows that you're unlocking something momentous, whether it's new knowledge about yourself or a breakthrough in your personal journey. You're leveling up, stepping into a new chapter where you're more aligned with your true self. This is a time of growth and discovery, and you're ready for it. The House card appears next, signaling stability and perhaps even a new home or a new phase in your living situation. Some of you could be moving into a new space, and it's going to bring a sense of peace and joy. It's like you're building a foundation, one that's solid, lasting, and reflective of who you are now. However, there's still some uncertainty with this person. The Masks card shows that they might not always be showing their true self. You could be feeling like they have different faces, one for each situation, and it's hard to know who you're really dealing with. Some of you may even feel deceived by this person in the past, and you're choosing to let that go. You're adopting the hanging man energy, letting things roll off your back and surrendering to the flow of life. You're not letting the past hold you back anymore. This person is likely still figuring themselves out. They're in a state of transition, and there are some external forces at play pushing them to grow up and change. It's almost like they're going through their own personal Saturn return, learning valuable life lessons the hard way. The Palace of Cups and Hanging Man both suggest that you, Aquarius, are deeply immersed in your emotions, yet you're in a good emotional place. You've come to a place of emotional peace, even if there's still some residue from this person lingering. If the connection is over, you might be using music as a form of therapy, an emotional alchemy that helps you heal and release what no longer serves you. For this person, the hiding behind material things card reveals that they may not feel comfortable showing their true self. Perhaps they rely on material possessions or external validation to mask their insecurities. They may still be learning how to express themselves authentically. There's a lot of confusion here, especially when it comes to communication. The Page of Swords shows that they are not fully confident in how to speak their truth yet, and they might be avoiding a deeper conversation with you. Aquarius, you are one of the best communicators in the zodiac, ruled by Uranus, the planet of innovation and enlightenment. When you communicate, you do so with clarity and insight. I've noticed this in many Aquarians, whether in writing or speaking. You have a way of getting your point across with precision and depth, and now this person seems to be lacking the ability to match your level of communication. They're still trying to figure out how to reach that level of maturity in their expression. So, what can you expect moving forward? It seems like you're both in a holding pattern for now, but there's hope for the future. They're likely going through a period of personal growth, and you, Aquarius, are entering a new chapter where you're unlocking doors to your own personal growth and stability. You've created a space for yourself that's filled with peace and clarity, and while there's still some lingering energy from this person, you're no longer allowing them to dictate your emotional state. Your wisdom, intuition, and emotional maturity will guide you in this process. Whether this person returns or not, you're on the right path, building a life that's truly aligned with who you are. Keep listening to your inner voice, and remember that you're in charge of your own narrative. You're stepping into something magnificent, Aquarius. Allow the journey to unfold. Aquarius, you're navigating a complex emotional landscape right now. It feels like you're making progress on your journey of independence, but there's still some vulnerability lingering underneath the surface. I sense that you've been really working hard on building yourself up, breaking free from unhealthy attachments, especially from this person. There was a time when you felt quite hooked into their energy, almost addicted to the connection, but now you're dissolving those bonds. Still, for some of you, there's a sense of attachment that remains, and it's as if you're in a wait-and-see phase. You're not fully over it, but you're not allowing it to control you anymore. But let's not ignore the truth that's coming up. Lies. This could be deception, outright lies, or perhaps this person has been hiding their true self from you. They might be living a lie, deceiving themselves about who they are, and as a result, they might be unable to express their truth to you, or even to themselves. You see right through it, Aquarius, and your intuition is telling you everything you need to know. Trust it, it's been guiding you well. The deepening current, your soul's awakening, Aquarius. As we continue to navigate the profound energies surrounding your journey, I feel compelled to pause here and honor the magnitude of what you've been experiencing. There's something stirring in the depths of your being that goes beyond the surface-level changes we've been discussing. The universe is preparing you for a revelation that will fundamentally shift how you see yourself and your place in this world. The sacred pause, the Hermit card, emerges with gentle authority, illuminating a truth that's been quietly building in your energy field. You've entered what I can only describe as a sacred pause, mine, a divine intermission where your soul is recalibrating to a higher frequency. This isn't the kind of pause that feels stagnant or frustrating. This is the pause of a master artist stepping back from their canvas to see the bigger picture before applying the final transformative brushstrokes. During this time, you've been experiencing moments of profound clarity that seem to come from nowhere. Perhaps you'll be going about your daily routine when suddenly a wave of understanding washes over you. You see patterns in your life that were previously invisible. You understand why certain relationships had to end, why certain doors had to close, why certain dreams had to be released. These aren't just intellectual realizations, they're soul-deep knowings that settle into your bones with the weight of absolute truth. The Two of Pentacles appears, showing that you're learning to juggle multiple realities simultaneously. On one level, you're living your practical, everyday life, mindless going to work, paying bills, maintaining relationships. But on another level, you're undergoing a complete energetic transformation. You're becoming someone new while still honoring who you've been. This delicate balance requires tremendous skill and patience, and you're mastering it beautifully. The emotional archaeology. What's particularly fascinating about your current phase is the way you're excavating old emotional patterns with the precision of an archaeologist. The Six of Pentacles reveals that you're finally understanding the difference between giving from abundance and giving from depletion. For so long, you may have prided yourself on being the one others could count on, the friend who always had time, the partner who always made sacrifices. But now you're recognizing that some of that giving wasn't coming from love mine. It was coming from a need to be needed, a fear of abandonment, or an unconscious belief that your worth was tied to your usefulness to others. This realization isn't coming with judgment or self-criticism. Instead, there's a gentle compassion for the version of yourself who gave so much because she didn't yet know she was already whole. The Three of Swords appears, but it's not the piercing pain of fresh heartbreak. This is the healing that comes after the wound has been properly cleaned and tended. You're allowing yourself to feel the full weight of how much you've sacrificed for connections that weren't reciprocal, for dreams that weren't truly yours, for versions of yourself that others found comfortable, but that left you feeling empty. The frequency shift. There's something happening to your energetic frequency that's absolutely remarkable. The High Priestess stands at the threshold of your consciousness, revealing that you're developing an almost supernatural level of intuition. You're picking up on energies and undercurrents that would have been completely invisible to you just months ago. This isn't just about becoming more psychic mind, though that may be part of it. This is about becoming more attuned to the subtle language of the universe. You might notice that you're having prophetic dreams, experiencing synchronicities with increasing frequency, or simply knowing things about people and situations without any logical explanation for how you know them. The King of Cups suggests that this enhanced intuition is helping you navigate your emotional world with unprecedented wisdom. You can feel when someone is being genuine with you and when they're wearing a mask. You can sense when a situation is aligned with your highest good and when it's a distraction from your path. This new level of perception is also showing you just how much energy you've been unconsciously giving away. The Eight of Swords reveals that many of the mental prisons you thought were keeping you trapped were actually just habits of thought that you can choose to change. You're realizing that you have far more power over your emotional state than you previously believed. The relationship revelation regarding this person who continues to occupy space in your thoughts and energy field. There's a deeper layer of understanding emerging. The Lover's card appears, but it's not speaking of romantic union in the traditional sense. Instead, it's revealing that this connection has been serving as a mirror, reflecting back to you aspects of yourself that were ready to be healed and integrated. This person may have triggered your abandonment wounds, your fear of not being enough, your tendency to lose yourself in others' needs and desires. But now you're seeing that these triggers weren't punishments. They were invitations. Invitations to love yourself more fully, to set boundaries more clearly, to choose connections that celebrate your authentic self rather than requiring you to diminish it. The Nine of Cups appears as a promise of emotional fulfillment, but it's coming with a twist. The fulfillment isn't going to come from getting this person to love you the way you want to be loved. It's going to come from you loving yourself so completely that their approval or disapproval becomes irrelevant to your sense of worth. The creative renaissance. Something beautiful is happening with your creative energy. The Ace of Wands blazes with the fire of new inspiration, showing that you're entering a period of unprecedented creative potential. Whether you express this through art, writing, music, business ventures, or simply the art of living beautifully, there's a renaissance happening in your creative spirit. This isn't just about making things mind, though you may find yourself drawn to creative projects that have been calling to you for years. This is about becoming a conscious creator of your own reality. You're learning to approach your life the way an artist approaches a blank canvas, with intention, vision, and trust in the creative process. The Three of Pentacles suggests that this creative awakening may also involve collaboration with others who share your vision for a more beautiful, authentic way of being in the world. You're attracting people who see and celebrate your gifts, who want to co-create rather than compete, who understand that true success comes from lifting each other up rather than tearing each other down. The spiritual integration, as we prepare to dive even deeper into your journey, it's important to acknowledge the spiritual awakening that's been quietly unfolding alongside all these other changes. The wheel of fortune spins with divine timing, showing that you're beginning to trust in a larger plan that your rational mind can't fully comprehend, but your soul recognizes as truth. You're developing what I can only describe as a cosmic perspective, an ability to see your personal struggles and triumphs as part of a much larger tapestry of human experience. This doesn't diminish the importance of your individual journey. Instead, it places it in a context that gives it even deeper meaning. The star card whispers of hope and divine guidance, reminding you that even in your darkest moments, you've never been alone. The universe has been conspiring to bring you to this moment of awakening, this threshold of transformation. Every heartbreak prepared your heart to love more wisely. Every disappointment taught you to place your faith in what truly matters. Every moment of confusion led you closer to clarity. Aquarius, you're standing at the edge of something magnificent. All the work you've done, all the healing you've embraced, all the growth you've courageously undertaken, it's all been leading to this moment. You're ready now for the deeper revelations that await. The hidden depths, continuing your journey, Aquarius. As we delve deeper into the energies surrounding you, there's something profound stirring beneath the surface that demands our attention. The cosmic forces are aligning to reveal truths that have been hidden in the shadows of your heart. The mirror of self-discovery, the Queen of Swords emerges with crystalline clarity, showing that you've developed an almost surgical precision in cutting through illusions. You're no longer the person who gets lost in emotional fog or allows others to manipulate your reality. This mental sharpness you've cultivated is your greatest asset right now. You see people for who they truly are, not who they pretend to be, or who you wish they could become. Yet with the Four of Cups, there's a sense of emotional withdrawal that's been necessary for your growth. You've pulled back from the noise of the world to listen to your own inner voice. Some might mistake this for being distant or cold, but you understand it's actually a form of self-preservation. You're learning to say no to connections that drain your energy and yes to experiences that elevate your soul. The alchemy of transformation. The magician appears, reminding you that you have all the tools necessary to manifest your desires. This isn't about forcing outcomes or manipulating situations. It's about recognizing your inherent power to create the reality you want to live in. You're in a phase of conscious creation, Aquarius. Every choice you make right now is laying the foundation for your future self. The Eight of Pentacles shows up, indicating that you're mastering something important. Whether it's a skill, a craft, or simply the art of being authentically yourself, you're putting in the dedicated work required for true excellence. This period of focused effort isn't glamorous, but it's essential. You're building something that will last. The shadow work phase now. Let's address what's happening in the hidden realms. The Moon card reveals that there are still some illusions you're working through. Not everything is as it appears, and your subconscious mind is processing layers of truth that your conscious mind isn't quite ready to fully acknowledge yet. Trust your dreams during this time. They're showing you important messages about your path forward. The Five of Cups suggests there's still some grief work to be done. You've been focusing so much on moving forward that you haven't fully honored what you've lost. Whether it's the death of a dream, the end of a connection, or simply the old version of yourself that you've outgrown, there's a mourning process that needs to happen. Allow yourself to feel this sadness without judgment. The person's hidden struggles regarding this connection that continues to occupy space in your energy field. The Tower reversed shows that this person is trying to avoid a necessary breakdown. They're clinging to structures in their life that are no longer serving them, resisting the very changes that would lead to their growth. You can see this clearly, but you can't force their evolution. The Four of Swords indicates they're in a period of mental exhaustion. The constant internal battle they've been fighting has worn them down. They need rest, reflection, and possibly professional support to work through whatever they're carrying. This isn't something you can fix for them, Aquarius, no matter how much your humanitarian heart wants to help. your emerging power. The Empress energy is awakening within you in a new way. You're learning to nurture yourself with the same devotion you've always given to others. This self-love isn't selfish, it's revolutionary. You're creating a template for how you want to be treated, and you're not accepting anything less than what you deserve. The Seven of Wands shows that you might face some challenges to this new boundary setting. People who were used to the old version of you, say, the one who was always available, always giving, always accommodating, might not appreciate this transformation. Stand your ground. Your evolution isn't up for negotiation. The spiritual awakening, the star card, illuminates your path with hope and spiritual guidance. You're connecting with something larger than yourself, finding meaning in experiences that once felt random or painful. There's a sense of being guided by invisible forces, of synchronicities appearing at just the right moments to confirm you're on the right path. Judgment calls for a final release of old karma. You're being asked to forgive mirrors, not for others' sake, but for your own freedom. This forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or allowing toxic behavior to continue. It means releasing the energetic cords that have kept you tied to painful past experiences. The integration phase, the World card, suggests you're completing a major life cycle. All the lessons, all the growth, all the challenges of recent months are coming together in a beautiful synthesis. You're not the same person who began this journey, and there's no going back to who you were before. Temperance appears as your guide for moving forward. You've learned the art of balance, not the precarious kind that requires constant adjustment, but the deep-centered kind that comes from knowing yourself completely. You can hold space for multiple truths, feel your emotions fully without being overwhelmed by them, and love deeply while maintaining your independence. The new chapter begins as August draws to a close. You're standing at the threshold of something entirely new. The Ace of Pentacles promises a fresh start in the material realm, whether that's a new living situation, career opportunity, or simply a renewed relationship with abundance and security. The Sun card blazes with joy and vitality. After the introspective period you've been in, you're ready to shine again. But this time, your light comes from an authentic place. You're not performing happiness or trying to be what others want you to be. You're simply, radiantly, yourself. Aquarius, your journey continues to unfold with divine timing. Trust in the process. Honor your growth, and remember that every ending is also a beginning. You are exactly where you need to be, becoming exactly who you're meant to become. The universe is conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel that way. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be more beautiful than you can currently imagine. The quantum leap, your final transformation, Aquarius. As we reach the crescendo of this profound reading, the energy shifts into something extraordinary. The wheel of fortune spins in your favor, indicating that destiny itself is aligning with your highest good. You've done the inner work, faced your shadows, and now the universe is ready to reward your dedication to growth. The Phoenix rising, the Ten of Swords, appears, but not as an ending, minds as a liberation. You're finally free from the mental prison you've been carrying. Those thoughts that kept you awake at night, the endless analyzing and second-guessing, it's over. You've reached the bottom of that particular well, and now there's nowhere to go but up. This person who has occupied so much of your mental and emotional space. The Justice card reveals that karmic balance is being restored. Whatever was meant to be learned from this connection has been learned. Whatever debt was owed to yourself or to them has been paid in full. You're even now, Aquarius, free to choose your next move without the weight of unfinished business. The new frequency, the Ace of Cups, overflows with fresh emotional possibilities. Your heart, which has been guarded and careful, is ready to open again, but this time with wisdom. You know your worth now. You understand the difference between love and attachment, between caring and codependency. This new emotional intelligence is your superpower. The King of Pentacles crowns your transformation, showing that you're stepping into a new level of mastery over your material world. This isn't just about money or possessions. It's about feeling truly secure in who you are and what you bring to the world. You're no longer seeking validation from others because you've learned to validate yourself. Trust this final phase, Aquarius. Everything you've endured has led to this moment of profound liberation and renewal. Your greatest chapter is about to begin. The rabbit and mouse cards bring a sense of nervous energy, a quiet anxiety that may still be lingering in your mind. Despite all the progress you've made, there's still some fear, some worry. You may feel intimidated by this person, unsure about how to proceed. You're also likely still unsure about your own emotional state and where you want to go from here. For some of you, the fear is palpable, almost to the point of feeling paralyzed by it, as if you're biting your nails over the situation. The firefly brings a reminder, though it's a burst of clarity and illumination. So don't let this nervous energy cloud your path. You're on the right track, Aquarius. Your journey continues to unfold beautifully. Trust in the process, trust in your wisdom, and remember that you have the power to create the life you truly desire. The end of August marks a significant turning point for you, one where you step fully into your power and embrace the magnificent future that awaits. Thanks for watching. Click here to check out another video.